Oh man, we added some of the coolest new features to the Cooking for iOS app. Check this out. Kathy just made dinner, and she made this recipe from the Oaks Family Recipes chapter called chicken fettuccine. And it's a pretty good recipe. But watch what I can do with the newest version of Cooking. I just tap up here in the top right corner for more options, and I choose Edit Recipe. And now you see there's this lemon icon at the top. It's a placeholder, right? And what I do is I tap that, and now I can choose a photo from my photo library if I shot a photo with my camera, or I can right now just choose the camera option, and I'm going to rotate my phone to this orientation, and I'm going to shoot a photo of this recipe that Kathy made right about there. Alright, and now I just choose Use Photo, and Cooking goes and uploads this photo to my Cooking Cloud account, and it adds it to my recipe. I'm going to rotate this back to the portrait orientation, and now you can see it added that photo to this recipe. So now I'm going to tap Save, and now in the recipe view screen, look at that. So now when I go back and later I'm looking for a recipe, now instead of just a placeholder image on all my personal recipes, now I'm starting to get some photos here, right? And when I'm wondering what to make for dinner, or when Kathy's browsing around through her own personal cookbook and looking at her favorite recipes, trying to figure out what to make for dinner, she's going to see this photo. And it's not I'm not a professional photographer, right? But, she made this recipe, and we've eaten it. And when she sees this, she's going to remember what it tastes like. She's going to be like, I feel like that for dinner tonight. Let's make that. That looks good. She's going to get inspired. And so now what's cool is I can tap this sync button on the bottom navigation bar here, and I can tap Sync Now. And when it's done syncing, I go to the Cooking app on my desktop computer, and I click Sync. And now that photo that I just shot and saved and attached to that recipe, it's going to appear in Dan's Recipes, Oaks Family Recipes chapter. There it is, chicken fettuccine. And there's my recipe with my food photo. Oh man, how cool is that? Now we added a couple other cool features to the Cooking for iOS app as well. Check this out. I just tap on my recipes here, and there's my chicken fettuccine recipe. And right from this screen, I can go down here and rate this recipe. I just ate it, and I can tap right here, and I'm going to rate this 4 stars. It's pretty darn good. But this is new. In the past, you had to go to the edit screen and so forth to rate a recipe. But right now, you can, with the latest version of Cooking for iOS, you can rate your recipes right here from the view screen. So it's much more convenient. And there's another feature that's really pretty cool that a lot of people don't know about. So check this out. Along the bottom navigation bar, it says Discover, My Recipes, My Friends, Sync, and then More, right? But let's say you want to customize that. Let's say you want to change the order of those, because there's other options too. If you tap More, there's also Shopping List, Categories, and Support, right? So let's say that, the way you use Cooking is different and you want to customize that. Just tap on the Edit button in the top right here. And now you can drag these icons to organize your tabs. So for example, instead of Discover in the bottom left-hand corner, right? Maybe I want My Recipes there because that's the number one thing I do. Well, what I do is I just tap on My Recipes and I drag it down and I drop it where I want it. And now it just rearranges. Now it says My Recipes, Discover, My Friends, and then Sync. But let's say I don't have any friends. Or at least let's say I don't maybe use the My Friends feature that much. But I do use the Shopping List feature a lot. Well, what I can do is just tap on Shopping List and then drag it down and drop it where My Friends is. And now it says My Recipes, Discover, Shopping List, and Sync. And now I'll tap Done. Now another way to do this is I'm going to go ahead and tap More, and I'm going to tap Edit. And now a little trick here is if you rotate your phone so it's oriented in landscape mode, then you can see all the icons along the bottom, and you can prioritize. You can say, okay, I want My Recipes, and then I want this new category feature next, because I always, when I'm looking, I go My Recipes so I can see my cookbooks. Then I like to browse recipes by category next. I like my shopping list there. Or, maybe if you want to sync, and that's the thing you do frequently, right? You can drag that and put that on the leftmost. So you can totally customize this navigation bar so that it looks just the way that you want. Man, I gotta tell you, the cooking apps are just getting better and better and funner. And guess what? There's more on the way, so keep your eyes peeled. I hope you love it.